they thought the vehicle was too big. It's not too big. This is what I'm allowed to do it in. Hi YouTube! So it's just me at the moment. We are gonna run through everything on how to get your C1 license. I need to have my C1's license because I passed my test. I haven't got grandfather rights, but basically I passed my test after 1997, I believe. So we're going to run through how to get our C1 license and what we need to do. I have already sent off for my provisional license. So that's the first thing you need to do. You have to send off to get a provisional license for a C1. I've already got a full license for a car. So you send off to get a provisional license. When you send that off, you have to have a medical. I done my medical a couple of days ago. To do that, you basically need to... there's companies out there that you can book. You go to see them. Mine was a van and on an industrial estate. It was a bit strange. You go in there, she does your blood pressure, she weighs you, finds your height, answer a few boxes, and you pay 50 quid. It's a tick box that has to happen. You can go to your GP, but you obviously have to wait because of how long it is to get an appointment for a GP. I've done that, and I'm going to wait to get my provisional license back, and then I can book my theory. Everything will be linked below on how you can do it step by step. But follow along, and we'll show you where it's easy, where it's not. Let's do it. I passed my theory today. In a couple of days' time, I've got my hazard. I'm doing them in Liverpool. Staying at my mum's at the moment. I can do it. Hazards are easy, surely. Morning. I am walking for my hazard part of my test. It's nice and early. I've been for a coffee. Thank you, Mum, for dropping me off. And basically, I think there's two centres that you can do in Liverpool. I do it at Duke Street, and I believe you can do the two parts together. I've done them separate days, no, not particular reason. So wish me luck, shouldn't take me long. Fingers crossed. I passed. Yes. So that one's all done, theory's done. Now it's the practical. If anyone knows me, they know that I get very nervous on tests. Hopefully, let's do this. As Luna will say, let's do this. So, theory done, hazard done. I would recommend, so we paid for an online training course, and that was really helpful. So, because it's not normal things that, the hazard perception test, that's normal basically. It's just not over clicking and getting it at the right time. But the theory test, there's questions on there that you wouldn't know as a normal driver. So I would recommend getting the online test and practicing it. We passed. Yay! Now booking the theory test. Let's do it. Good morning. So today is my first day of training. I am back in Liverpool. Mum's going to have Bodhi. Jen, she's still swanning about in the caravan site. So yeah, first day of training. I will let you know how it goes. I think it's a full-on day. I'm getting there for 9 o'clock and I'm not getting picked up till 4. So hopefully it's not too tiring. That's a long day to drive, but I'll let you know how it goes. Bye. I've just done my first morning of my training. So today we've drove into Wrexham. We've done lots of driving around the industrial estate, and then we went to the just streets. Then we did the manoeuvre, so it's like a spend. I put a picture of it for you all when I do all the bit of the brief discussion of it all, but that is what I was doing it in. So right now I am waiting 2 seconds. He's going to go and get me some gloves because I am learning how to do strapping, moving the curtain, doing the tail lift. I'm so glad that I'm doing it on this because I just love learning. Jen and I both love learning how to do things, learning how to do it and just, it's really exciting. So that's the end of day 1. I've learned how to do the tail lift, I've learned how to do the curtain, and I am ready for tomorrow. Morning! Today is the last day of training. It's really exciting. It's a beautiful day, there's some cloud, but I've got my sunglasses on, I've got my high vis on, and I am ready for the day. Today, stay tuned, because we might even get the drone out. So, lunchtime, I'm having a nice cup of coffee. I've done some driving. I went into Chester, they have a football pitch that we can do the S-bend, S-reverse. I've done that, then we drove back, we're having some lunch. And then what I didn't realise is today I have my reverse section of my test. So it's actual test today. We're going over, so it's the Wrexham test centre that we're using. Driving over to Wrexham after lunch, and I've got my test. Please. So yeah, wish me luck. And then have a nice lunch. Gonna watch some telly. Fingers crossed. First thing, make sure you don't go past these markers here. Then you're going to reverse backwards. You've got another marker there. You need to make sure you stay that side, the left-hand side of that marker. You keep coming back and you're going to stay the left-hand side of this marker. There is another marker on the right side. It's like a bay. Reverse into that bay, all the way back. This is sped up a little bit, so take your time. All the way back into the chevron. Good luck, guys. I'm back! And I passed! Yes, I passed the manoeuvre. There was a little bit of an issue. But they didn't think the vehicle, they thought the vehicle was too big. It's not too big. This is what I'm allowed to do it in. Yeah, it made me feel a bit nervous. Didn't really like it. But I did it. And I think all companies should use a vehicle this big. This is what I'm about to drive. So why can't I do my test in it? And it was very strange that the instructors questioned and thought I was strange doing one in this. It made me very nervous, but I passed. That's all that matters really, isn't it? I passed. Morning. Final day. So today is the final day. We're nice and early. It's an early start. We are leaving towards Wrexham at about 8:30. I'll drive to Wrexham and there I'll do my test. The driving is about an hour. I'm not sure if it's like an hour all in, or I do within that hour I have to do the show and tell, and then I do the driving as well, like all in 1 hour. So I will let you know. Wish me luck. I'm nervous today. I am nervous. I'm nervous because of kind of what happened yesterday, but hopefully I've got this. I'm not going to pick this up until after it, and I will let you know. Fingers crossed. That is me done, and I can't actually keep it in. I tried to keep it in, but I passed. Yes. So 0 minus 0. Do you know what? That was totally different experience than the other days. I got there and there was a lovely, old school. He came back since COVID because of the delay, all the struggles that they've been having. And so yeah, he asked me the show and tell. We just opened the door. I got in the side and he went, "I'm really glad you're doing it in a lorry. I'm really proud of that." And I went, "Oh, I'm so happy that you've just said that." It made me feel so much more at ease. I've done it, guys. I have done it. So that whole process was quite easy, actually. I'm going to run through it really quickly now. This is nice and simple. Everything will be linked below. Please give us any comments. I'm happy to throw in some advice in there, but everything will be linked below. Step 1, you've got to get a medical. You can use companies out there, or you can use your GP. Again, link below. Step 2, you've got to get forms from the post office. They can get delivered to you, or you can go to the post office and they will come. You fill them out, you send that with your medical and your license, I believe. I'm thinking back now. And your license, and your new license will come back. It will look identical Just in the background of it, it will tell the police and whatever that you've got a provisional license. Next step is you go for your theory and your hazard. You pass them. Again, I'll link below how to book them. I'll also link below a training site. We did buy the training site. It was really useful. Some of the questions for the hazards are quite unusual. You wouldn't know them as a driver of a normal car. So do some studying and make sure you pass. They're not that expensive, I think. Again, the prices below will be all on there. So you pass your hazard and you pass your theory. You then are allowed to book your practical. Again, companies out there offer different things. The company I went with, they offered me 2 days training and a day, well, let's say a morning for my test. The first day was just training. The second day, which I didn't know, also included the reverse S-bend. So you've got that in there for the second day, and then the third day, we drove to the test centre and I did my test. That test involves a show me, tell me section. So the show me, tell me section, again, I'll link a PDF in this thing in the bottom of the description so that you can have a PDF of what the questions that they'll ask you. They will ask you those questions. You either show them or you tell them how to do it. And then that's at the beginning of it. And then you drive around for an hour and it's exactly the same pretty much as a car test. You have to pull over. I think I pulled over 5 times. You have to pull out, make sure you check things. Basically, you need to remember mirrors, 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 signal, signal, signal. And the other thing I had to keep remembering was handbrake, then the gears. I kept doing gears, then handbrake. I need to do handbrake, gears. They're the little tips that I'm going to give you. You need to follow for next week. We are going to get Olive back. I'm allowed to drive her now. Whoop, whoop. And let's have a little tour. I think that's on next week. Let's see.